이곳은 뉴질랜드 연의 기차안이다. 그리고 방금 렉스가 살해당했다. 용의자는 5명. 이 열차에 탑승한 승객들은 이제 모두 탐정이 되어 열차가 도착하기 전까지 범인을 찾아야 한다. 충격적인 풀코스,
비는 나는데
강제 영어 공부, 계속되는 반전. 범인은 이 안에 있다.
멀리 안 간다고 생각했는데 기차가 가긴 갑니다.
Say magically, but I would say that God works in mysterious ways, and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Poor Father Gordon, terrible what happened to him.
Do you know any other guns names and sounds as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. A call? Wasn't one of those. But I don't know much about guns at all.
이상한데요? 한국이 영화를 좋아해서 총소리를 잘 안다고 하기에는 너무 전문가적이지 않나. 허물리는 게 조금 이상하죠?
Everything else will be
Is that icing or you have on your sleeve?
I must have bumped up against it. Right.
Wow. I think it's too much cooked. Yeah, very chewy. Very chewy. 너무 익었어요. 소스는 너무 짭니다. Oh wow, really? 김은 나는데 it's almost uncooked. Microwave? Yeah.
잠깐, 살해당한 건 요리사?
Top layer is cooked.
Top layer is cooked.
Yeah.
Excuse me, would you mind to change it?
I'll just talk to the chef about it because there'll be more than just one if you're experienced.
Thank you. 이렇게 다시 왔는데 이게 솔직히 말해서 뭘 한 건지 잘 모르겠어요.
You have something stuck to your heel.
There's something stuck on my heel.
It's a gambling debt from a den of ill repute.
Oh, but that's not mine. Somewhere.
I thought I brought you up better than to associate with gamblers.
Oh, now hold on a second. I'll have you know that Large Tony's is a very reputable establishment. And besides, does the Bible not say, "Let he who is without sin get to do one sin for free"?
No, it doesn't. And I've noticed you've never got a Bible verse right all night.
I've never got a Bible verse right. Well, that's a lie. And the Lord definitely said, "Be thou not a liar, lest thy pants catch on fire."
It was very convenient that you just happened to be loitering about when Father Gordon broke both his legs tying his shoelaces.
Works in mysterious ways.
I don't know if I believe you're really a priest. In fact, does anyone know who this man might really be? I think this man's onto something. Yes, the wanted posters back in the station. You're that mobster, Stanley Two Gun Smith.
Me, a mobster? Why of all the goddamn... Yeah, okay, you got me. I'm Stanley Two Gun Smith.
Everyone, I did it! I solved the murder!
Hey, no, hold on.
You must have killed Rex because he owed you money!
That doesn't even make any sense. No, I was here to secure Large Tony's investment. You see, Rex said he was about to come into a lot of money, so I was here to kind of scare it out of him. But you know, you don't kill the golden goose. You don't scrape the paint off the Mona Lisa just to sell the canvas. And besides, Rex was like a god on screen. I would never hurt that man.
Then who killed Rex? And I told you he only wanted you for your money.
I don't know yet, but I intend to get to the bottom of it.
Archie, that was the worst American accent I've ever heard. I'm sorry, you just can't replace Rex. There's only one Rex Cable.
I could do better.
No, there's never be another Rex Cable.
오늘은 생감자를 먹고 있습니다. 이게 다시 데피는 건데 전혀 데피지 않았어요.
If it wasn't Father Fenity, who could have done it?
되게 웃긴 게 지금 범인이 파더 페널티인데 사람들이 파더 페널티라고 생각을 안 합니다. 그래서 지금 디렉터분이 당황했어요. 그럼 누구겠냐고. 화장실은 평범하네요. 비행기 화장실이랑 비슷한데? 지금 기차가 서 있네요.
be forgotten if he's dead.
Okay, I will keep thinking.
Alright, you let me know if you come up with any other
Okay,
ideas.
thank you. 아니 그럼 누가 고민이야? 상당히 배가 고프기 때문에 저는 아무거나 정말 식빵같이 생겼네? OMG 우리의 돌 식빵인지 뭔지
역시 살해당한 건 요리사였다.
화이트 초콜릿인 것 같아요. 맛있네요. 아까 계속 음식을 못 먹어가지고 남은 음식 아무거나 달라고 했어요. 서비스는 좋네요.
Bravo! The performance of a lifetime! Or should I say Rex Cable?
What do you mean? No.
Yeah.
I was wondering
He's
who
not
was the
dead, Rex,
cable.
you're not dead. You killed Archie and took his place in order to escape your gambling.
I was right.
So yeah, that's not even a real injury.
Talking about.
Oh my god! Oh, I heard the phone move! Oh, that's disgusting!
No. It's impossible that is Rex Cable. I've worked with Rex for years, and let's be honest, Rex was a terrible actor.
How dare you!
He was only good at being handsome and looking like a cowboy. That's why he played the same character in every single movie. He was a mediocre talent made to look great by an amazing director. He couldn't do an English accent to save his life.
Yes, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. No one would ever confuse the two of them.
You did? Yeah.
What are you saying?
Saying that. Okay, I've got to come clean about this. Rex would send me out.
Back from this.
이제 마지막으로 결정할 차례입니다. 이게 테이블마다 결정하라고 펜이랑 종이를 줍니다. 저희는 마지막 용의자로 돈을 선택했습니다. 우리 마지막 테이블 11, 12.
이제 범인을 밝힐 시간이 왔다.
Particular murder, so that those of us who are above reproach are not caught up in this melee.
Absolutely. Well, folks, it's been a hard investigation, but obviously the only logical conclusion is it was Archie! Archie was jealous of Rex. He wanted the spotlight, he wanted the girl, so he went in, shot poor Rex, then leapt out the window, shimmied down the side, and jumped in just in time to help me kick down the door.
Listen to Miles. How can I do that with a broken collarbone? I love Rex. I owed him my entire job. Why would I do that? I know who did it. It was Father Finley, or should I say, Stanley Two Gun Smith.
Oh.
Yeah, you loved Rex. You were obsessed with him. And when he rejected you, you killed him out of jealousy.
I'll admit that when Rex threw all my fan letters away, it broke my heart. But I would never harm Rex. No, I know who did it. Lady Arabella Ashford.
Oh!
Yeah, about all of Rex's affairs. And we know how jealous you get, so you killed him, like that little rabbit doll from when you were a kid.
If I'd known that he was cheating on me, I would have ripped his head off with my bare hands. But I did not know that he was having affairs. I had no idea. So no, I did not murder him. And it breaks my heart to say who I think did it.
Is your mom?
Mother!
Oh!
You have always hated the movie industry. You would have done anything to keep our family name out of it. You would have done anything to end my marriage with Rex. You never approved of him. So you murdered him. And then you claimed to see someone climbing past your window to throw us all off the scent.
You're right, I do hate the movie industry, but I would never risk such a scandal for our family. But I do believe someone in this carriage knows. Could somebody at seat 11 and 12 please say who they believe did it?
Dawn!
Why?
Why?
Why would I do such a thing?
So that you could make your dream movie instead of wasting another 8 years making Cowboy.
It's true! I killed Rex Cable! Yes! Last contract, I could only make the movies that Rex wanted, and he was never gonna let me make my Genesis movie even while he was on his honeymoon. So I took the gun from my memorabilia, I shot him, and then I opened the window to make it look like someone had climbed on the outside of the train. Then I simply doubled back through the door, pounded on it, and relied on Archie to kick it open and break the lock and destroy the evidence that it was never locked to begin with.
And you blackmailed the mother.
What? That's true! Yes! You see, back in the... She had to say that she saw someone shimmy across the outside of the train because back in the day, little Donnie Demilovich was the editor for Ain't She Got Ankles starring Sally Pink! I've been blackmailing her for years. She's been funding the movie she says she hates.
Wait, Mother, you were in a blue movie.
Well, it was black and white, actually.
But now I'm free to make the movies I've always wanted to make. A biblical epic, art, movies with gods and monsters and plots and no cowboys at all.
God, and I'm gonna get you for what you did to Rex Gable.
No.
I'm gonna kill you.
What happens to the boss? Oh my god.
What a turn of events! This is not the day I was expecting, and you know what? I've just realised something though. If Father Fenity wasn't a real priest, then I was never really married. No.
Kiss Archie.
What?
Wait, Angie, who's he then?
Date with him again.
I just realised something else. All those dates that I went on with who I thought was Rex, when he wouldn't say anything and we just stared into each other's eyes.
Come on.
That was you, wasn't it?
Arabella, I wish I could talk back then in our dates to be able to tell you how I really feel about you, which is that. Cruise, marry, shag. No, which is that. I love you, Arabella. I love you.
Lovely. Well, I don't think I was ever really in love with Rex at all. I think it was you the whole time, Archie. I do love you.
Oh, Arabella.
Let's get married.
Really? All right, yeah. Let's get married. What you say?
Mother?
I think in the circumstances it would be inappropriate for me to try and take the moral high ground.
We'll
What makes you happy, dear?
Oh, we can reuse the decorations. There'll be a wedding after all, and you'll all be invited.
The murder on the Cornwall Express.
범인은 돈이었습니다. 돈.
Well done.
Well done. Yeah.
Well done, guys. You got it right.
아, 이거 재밌었습니다. 이게 처음 와본 트레인 익스피리언스였는데 뭐랄까 마피아 게임 좋아하시는 분은 트레인이 진짜 재밌을 것 같습니다. 근데 좀 영어를 해야 된다는 글을 많이 읽어야 됩니다. 일단 그리고 약간 좀 토론을 해야 되는 그런 부분이 있는데 아무튼 뭐 제 개인적인 의견으로는 재밌는 여행이었습니다. 참 신선하고 오늘은 여기까지. 다음 영상에서 봬요.